sort of a surplus of runs when David's pitching, isn't it?
Yeah, you feel pretty good about it. You know, they got their one, and we punched back with the two. I felt a lot better at that point. And then the conditions got really kind of crummy for both sides. Their second pitcher had a tough time with it. And a little easier to do when you're used to it, but not even easy to do when you're used to it. You know, with a muddy mound, and it was raining pretty good at that one point in the middle of the game. So happy to get it in without any kind of major interruptions, and thought the guys played well.
How do you get your batters prepared for like conditions like this? Like, for instance, like don't know like the pitch might slip out, it's gonna hit them or not. Like, how do they prepare to like?
Oh, I don't think they even think about that. That fear factor or whatever. We play in conditions like this all the time, scrimmage-wise, and our guys do a fairly good job. I don't think they have pinpoint control, but it's not like they're chucking them all over the place. And I don't think it ever crosses the kids' minds, and a little more discipline at the plate, that kind of thing.
How would you characterize David's performance tonight?
I don't know if his stuff was quite as electric as it's been. It's hard to say that. He struck out 11 guys and didn't walk a guy in 6 innings. And with the Thursday game coming up next week, the league contest, and obviously a critical one for us at Arizona, it was nice to get a bunch of runs that we could get him out early, and hopefully he'll be well rested for next Thursday's start.
What did you like from Bennett at the plate today?
Well, his last at bat, I think it was a case of us having a lot of runs and the umpire calling a lot of strikes, and you never can blame an umpire for that. But I thought he had a good day. One home run away from a cycle, and we moved him up in the order a little bit, shuffled the lineup around, and that didn't seem to bother him at all. And very productive at bats, and he's squared up some pitches that he hadn't been squaring up. He's hitting for a high average, but I think he'd be the first to tell you that he's capable of hitting the ball harder than he's been hitting it.
Guys in the dugout talking about that at all, with Bennett being one home run from the cycle?
Oh yeah, the real baseball players. I don't think it's a mystery to tell you that Kyle Casser is one of our smartest most instinctive baseball players, and when he hit his single to make it a single, double, and triple, I heard in the background Kyle saying, "Go for it," so instantaneously he was on that. And those are the kind of things I don't typically think about. I'm thinking about the team and scoring runs, and individual performances are not at the top of my list until after I look at the box score and stuff like that. But Cass was all over it.
Dyer was in the original lineup we got handed out. Was he almost ready to go, or did
Yeah,
he aggravate something?
Yeah, well, he thought he was going to be able to go, and then he warmed up, and right before I went to the plate with the lineup, he said, "Coach, I can't go." And running's one of the things that bothers him the most, and it's a side thing, and a lot of times those things take the longest to heal because there's not a lot of blood flow there. It's like hands, hammock bones and stuff like that. There's not a lot of blood flow. And Tom's wife and Julie, we call her Magic Fingers, they're doing as much as they possibly can. We thought maybe by today he would be okay. And sure like him to get back and healthy. He's a really versatile player and good player, and kind of takes away some of the things we can do.
Probably doesn't help on a cool night like this.
Probably not. Yeah, he's from Arizona. Anyway, I just hope that he gets back healthy. And you hate to push it too much and then aggravate it. And now he's back on the shelf for 3 weeks, and we need him desperately. So hopefully he'll, if he doesn't play this weekend, hopefully be good for next weekend.